today we had Eric Fernandes here from NJCPA come and talk to us about aspect of CPA and also to talk about the student member of the NJCPA. So Eric Fernandes.
Oh, may I just jump in? We have some student members who can't attend this meeting, so we'd like to have your permission to record and post. Is that all right? Well, we just have to ask.
Yes,
sure.
And we also have the presentation.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you could, that would be great.
Yeah.
If you could post that.
We'll just double check. Yeah. We'll double check with the NJCPA.
If you can send it, that would be wonderful.
Perfect.
Okay. So, it's on. It's live.
Okay. Perfect. You have PowerPoint set up to share?
Yes, you're able to share screen.
Oh, if you're sharing the screen, we'll capture them.
Okay.
Because we're
recording.
you're using mine.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you share it, we'll be recording it. I know. Just you know. Thank you.
If I'm sharing the screen, it should show.
And you should have mute yourself because we have the
Oh, okay.
part of the speaker.
So,
They'll be able to hear it.
there. Just you.
And then share. So
There's a little green button at the bottom.
yeah, so
Oh, turn it on.
This is on.
okay.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for the invitation to present on behalf of the New Jersey CPA. My name is Eric Fernandes. I'm a CPA licensed in New Jersey, and that I'd like to introduce yourself.
And I'm Mike Whitney. I'm a CPA in New Jersey as well. Start.
Yeah. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about myself. As I mentioned earlier, my name is Eric Fernandes, and I've been a CPA since 2009. So I currently work as tax manager in a CPA firm in North Arlington. Basically, this is my 14th year in public accounting, and I love every day of it. I did my master's at FDU, master's in accounting in 2009, and I came back sometime around 2014 to start my master's in taxation, which I graduated in 2019. As well. Why did I go into public accounting? Or why did I choose accounting? Basically, as a kid, I liked math and science, but I hated calculus. So it just bothered me. It was just like, okay, I couldn't understand it. I thought it was. And then as I was, taking other classes, a friend of mine, an acquaintance, like his mom wanted him to join some accounting classes. So I just, joined some accounting classes with him. And then over time, I began to like that accounting. And I began to like how the QuickBooks, the account, like the way we do the bookkeeping, basically. And that got me thinking that, okay, yeah, I can use my math skills, but I can use them in a different way in accounting. I don't need to do the science and accountants. And that's what got me into accounting. So then what I did during the way, I did a couple of internships while I was in college. And that gave me a flavor of, okay, what I could expect in industry and, what are the opportunities out there. At that point, it was really, the beginning startup. So I didn't get that much exposure while doing my internships. But it gave me a good sense, okay, there's scope in this field. Then I went on, as I mentioned, I went on to get my master's in accounting. And while I was getting my master's in accounting, I decided to go with the CPA. Why did I decide to do the CPA? Because I realized early on that, without having those credentials of back behind your name, like your value, you have a value which is, much lesser than though you might know all the work behind it, but if you don't have the CPA, no one takes it seriously. So I went, I got my CPA sometime in 2009, around the same time I did my master's in accounting. And with that, I simultaneously interned at a company which I currently work at. So I started with them as an intern, and I'm currently a tax manager. It took me a while, it's took me years to get to that spot, but not easy. And yeah, coming back to the CPA exam, it's not easy either, but it's, it's worth it. It's like each, like coming less, like, if I look back today and say that I've done anything differently, no, I think I would have done this. I wouldn't, I think that was the best career path. Okay, so then a couple of other things like what's my favorite part of being an accountant? Being an accountant helps me to help other people. It helps me to help small business owners, and most of my clients are small business owners and individuals, small to mid-sized businesses, where they really, you get to know them as a person. So you get to understand, okay, how does this business function? So you're actually not doing the actual accounting, but you're doing the year-end planning, when they need, you, you're the first one they can call. Hey, what do I do? I'm planning to, convert this money to this money. What do I do? Is the universal tax implications for that. So I love helping my clients, and that's why I like to be, that's the fun part of being in accounting. What would be my advice to future students or future accountants? I would say, take some time to understand yourself, to make sure that that is something that you're going to like going forward, because you've got to get up every morning for the next 30, 35 years of your career to say, okay, I'm going to work, whether it's for yourself or it's for, before a smaller CPA firm, you should be liking what you want to do. So take a step back, see whether, what skills you have, maybe put it to paper and say, okay, this is what I'm good at. And maybe ask around, like, hey, what do you think? Like, ask your family and friends and ask them, like, hey, what do you think, what skills you see that I have? And, then you're like, okay, I have skills that maybe out there. And then you can revise the path, okay, that I'm going to go for audit, I want to go into tax, I want to go into private industry, I want to get my CPA.
So me and Eric did not write our biographies the exact same. And honestly, what I'm about to say almost sounds exactly what Eric just said. So once again, my name is Michael Whitney. I am a managing member of a small firm that I started then called Whitney. We've been open for 5 years. I did in public accounting for 13 years now. I, as well, also done the 5-year program here at Davidson, graduated with my master's, credits, everything like that.
So you did the 4 years plus?
4 years plus 5. So I started in 2006 and did the accelerated 5-year master program that they had here. Boy, that wasn't worth it. I'm so glad that I did it. Honestly, what made me get into accounting is, this is going to sound, I actually enjoy it, surprisingly. I enjoy doing the math. I feel like it's a lot of problem solving, a lot of puzzles, and when you're able to put those pieces together, at least for me, it feels very rewarding, and the clients and everything like that. My favorite part of being a CPA is leaving my office on Friday to go golf and call networking. I'm kidding, but meeting the clients, learning about their how they run their business, how their product is different. I can talk to you almost about anything from seafood distribution, the whole product cycle, all the way up to alternative energy, and how that byproduct of the alternative energy is alcohol that turned into a second place vodka at the World Liquor Awards in San Francisco. It's just very interesting finding these clients, seeing these clients, working with these clients to get their product or whatever they're working on to that point, and kind of feels rewarding to say, look, I helped out, I helped this client, they're very happy, and everything like that. my best advice is kind of stressing exactly what Eric said, it's almost find your niche in accounting. Definitely become a CPA. It opens up so many doors. I mean, you want to be a CFO, controller, CEO, anything, anything. Every client that I see, if they want to be successful, they need a good CPA. Or just going to public accounting and work with all of them. World is your oyster, right? Especially with accounting, there's so many different things. I dabbled in bankruptcy, forensic work. Right now, my firm, we're a small firm. We have a niche where we're a small firm that can perform audits, reviews, compilations, financial statements, which is not a lot of small clients, small accounting firms can do. Mostly they focus on taxation. But find that niche, work on it, become committed, and you'll always have a challenge in accounting. One thing that you would say is, I kind of started when we had kind of recession in 2008, 2009. I was going to work every day. I was getting paid, everything like that. We'll see those. You will have clients that definitely make more money for it than you, but you will always have that job. You will not have to worry about that. And look, even during COVID, healthcare workers were essential. Police officers, firefighters, accountants were essential. Everyone else is saving lives, and we're just worried about their money and making sure everything goes back. But we were considered essential. So, it's my advice for you. Yes.
Did that push you ahead of the line for the first COVID shots?
It did.
Wow.
And also, my wife's a nurse. She was a nurse on more Sound Morning, so that helped. But no, because we were the only, I believe, accounting firms were the only businesses that, other than hospitals and things, that were able to
prioritize.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
Exactly. You could still go into the office after the initial.
I'm going to add that to a paper that I'm submitting tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, we were considered essential.
Yeah.
So, that's my advice so far.
So, looking about, make a smart choice of becoming a CPA. So, what's the choice to become a CPA? The four choices basically: opportunity, higher earning, mobility, and job security. So I'll just touch on a few of these, and I've written my notes, so just let me read. So basically, opportunity. The opportunity for CPA is there everywhere. As long as you have a CPA license, the opportunity, as we mentioned earlier, is tremendous. Right now, in the market, there's a real need for CPAs. Like the number of students graduating in accounting has been dropping since past few years. And
there's a lot of CPAs that are retired also.
Yeah.
50–60% of CPAs are retiring over the next couple of years. So there's a big need for more CPAs.
So, like, students might be saying, oh, artificial intelligence, AI, where's AI for in the CPA? But, the CPA is here to stay. So I would say that's tremendous opportunity. AI, I'm not being demeaning in any way, but AI, it's constantly going to change, and so accounting and tax, the tax rules are going to change, but the opportunity is going to be consistent and it's going to grow. So the opportunity. What about the second thing is the higher earnings. Now, if you get past a CPA, which it is achievable, I've done it. So everyone can do it. I was not a bright student, but put in the effort, in the time. And I'm sure you'll be able to pass the CPA, you'll be able to license, and you cover it. So it's a higher earning capacity. From statistics, what I believe, CPAs can earn 5 to 15% more than their non-credential counterparts. And over a full career, you can make more, like close to more than 1 million than someone who didn't have this. So you can just imagine, and besides the monetary part of it, just imagine like, okay, then like, it happens to me sometimes when I'm with my friends and family, they say, hey, I have a tax question. I say, okay, not this time. Like, it is like, they know, okay, you know more than they do. And that's something, we are trusted advisors. So we higher earning ability to earn more by having the three prevention, like, preventers at the end of your name is a big thing, I would say. Mobility. Like, for, you have a lot of mobility within the field. So you gain the experience as you go along. But suppose you want to switch from public accounting to private accounting, from private accounting to become a CEO, like, you don't have to always stick in public accounting. Then coworkers moved eventually from public accounting to private accounting. It's not that they got burned out. It's just that they felt that, okay, as they progressed in life, they felt that that was a better career for them. So there's nothing like that bad or private or public accounting, but it's just the mobility of the same skill sets, the same knowledge, with the same certification. You can go into different verticals within the industry, like you can go into different kinds of businesses, like the different verticals, like you can go into construction, you can go into, manufacture, you can go into real estate, you can go into a number of things. And maybe you might need to do a small bridge course between, just to gain that kind of technical in that field, but in the business. Otherwise, the CPA license gets you to, where you want to go in terms of knowledge. Like you're not starting all the way from scratch. So I would say that. Then the last thing is the job security. Like, as you know, job security, as Mike mentioned, the baby boomers, getting out of the workforce, we're having a shortage of accountants, good accountants. So, I think having a CPA, I wouldn't say having, I know for sure, having a CPA is, an assured job security. At the end of the day, each one of us wants to do a good job. When you study to become a CPA, you obviously learn to do and deliver a good quality product. So you're going to have a job. You're going to have, whether it's you start on your own or you work for someone. Jobs. If you deliver the product, people are happy. You're solving a person's problem, your jobs.
So there's two things that are what was it, like true in life or something? Death and taxes. Yeah. So everyone needs an account. Even if they weren't like people retiring, but always need an account for everything. So this is probably where most people are looking for when you become a CPA, what the actual salary will be. I'm just going to read a few notes that I have. So CPA salaries, of course, rise with the experience. But honestly, right out of college, the average salary is usually between 40 and 60,000. In this area, I know it's much higher. This is across the whole U.S. It's 40 to 60,000. I know this people coming out of college right now, especially if you decide to go work for one of the bigger firms like where Eric works or Big Four, because I know Pricewaterhouse is like right across the street and everything. I think they're starting off like 75 or 80. Yeah. Yeah. Right now, the median account salary, at least back in 2021, especially this is when COVID was 77,250. So, unfortunately, there's a lot of people on unemployment, but accountants were still needed. Actually, accountants were covered. Another nice thing about being CPA is bonuses. Almost every year there's some sort of bonus, either tax season bonus, holiday bonus, because of all the work that has to be done. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, during tax season, there is a lot of work. You will be working crazy hours, but it's definitely worth it at the end of the day. At the end of tax season, have a relief, depending where you work. For me, since I'm at a smaller firm, I get a little break. I get to enjoy the summer with my kids and everything like that. But so you're still needed. It depends on your employer, of course. For a small firm and anything like that. But CPA can usually command a higher six-figure salary wherever they go to work. Especially if you decide to go into private and want to be in like senior managerial roles. CFOs that I work with, every single one of them has their CPA. A lot of requirements for a CFO. Look, even if you don't practice fully as a CPA, not actually working in public accounting, most of the requirements will cross you off immediately if you don't have that CPA. There's so many different things to do as accounting. Be forensic accountants. I enjoyed this when I used to do that previous firm. You investigate, analyze, you're into that stuff, you try to find a needle in the haystack, analyze financial records, accounts, revenues, fraud, actually FBI. If you look at going to law enforcement, FBI is always looking for forensic accounts. Controllers. You don't want to work in public, you don't want to worry about taxes and things like that. You become a controller at a private company. Same thing. Most of the time, they're looking for CPAs. Internal auditors, if you want to, a lot of big companies, big private companies, they need internal auditors just to make sure that everything runs smoothly, there's no fraud, no financial analyst managers, use current historical financial data to forecast future revenues, financial reports, like I said before, CFOs, of course, and if you really want your tax cuts, tax matters. Yeah, exactly. But all of these, this only helps. Look, you could be an accountant, everything like that. Definitely need accountants everywhere, but add that CPA onto the end of it, it opens so many doors.
So on to the next one. What do you need to the CPA exam basically? Basically, you have a 30-month window to pass all 4 parts of the CPA exam. When I did the CPA exam, it was 18 months. So I had to scramble from the time I passed my first exam, first part of the exam. I don't remember it was tax. So when I passed it, I had like pretty much 18-month window to complete this. And now I think with effect from sometime earlier this year, in New Jersey, they increase it to a 30-month window. So you have a 30-month window to pass the CPA exam every time you first pass the first part of the exam. So basically, you need a bachelor's degree, I think, with 120 hours out of credit, and out of which 24 will be in accounting and 24 credits in business. Now, this is for taking the CPA exam. And there are basically 4 parts to the CPA exam as of now. Auditing and attestation. Second is financial reporting, financial accounting and reporting. The third is regulation, which is tax. And the fourth is BEC, that is business environment and concepts. So basically, these are the 4 sections as of now. This is going to change, but we'll come to that in the next slide. So basically, to get licensed, you will eventually need 150 hours, and those additional hours could be either in accounting or in business. So let me see what else.
Like I said, I did my whole 150 hours here with FDU with their accelerated master's program, which really gets you ready for the CPA exam.
I agree 100% that because I was doing it simultaneously.
Yeah.
Like, I was studying and I was doing Fernandes's class, Scott's class, or some professors' class, and trying to get to that. So basically, the sections will be changing January 1st, 2024. And to become a licensed CPA, you will need 150 credits. If you have an accounting degree, those additional 30 credits can be anything, but we recommend that you take business and communication courses. And why do we say take business and communication? Because communication is like a lot of any industry. Like when you're talking to a client or when you're talking to your boss, we need to make sure that you're communicating succinctly so that they get across what you're thinking. And the better the way you can communicate and throw out the ideas to the other person, they understand, okay, that you know what. So maybe business and communication courses will help you. Be sure to take classes that are going to help you in the future, as I just mentioned, and make you a well-rounded person. Because future employers are always looking to see, what kind of courses that you're taking in your. I'm not going to go too much into the detail of audit and attestation. The audit and attestation is basically audit and attestation. That's, we know that. Second would be financial accounting and reporting is basically mostly that would deal with the financial reporting and financials and, the gap and gap kind of accounting and reporting and, questions on that. Regulation will be mostly for tax. It's mostly the tax section of the CPA exam, which is, and BAC is mostly like they changed a little bit compared to when I did it, but from what I know, BAC was basically the law and how the business environment and all that stuff. So it's 4 different sections.
So as Eric mentioned, it is changing. The CPA exam is changing in January 2024. Since CPAs need a lot of skills, this new test basically, recognizing how rapidly changing skills and competencies for the practice of accounting requires today, and also will require in the future. In joint effort with NASB and the AICPA, the new model is a core and disciplines licensure model. Basically you have to start off with that strong core in accounting, auditing, tax, and technology that all candidates will be required to complete. Then each candidate would choose a discipline in which to demonstrate deeper skills and knowledge. Regardless of what you choose, the model will lead to a full CPA licensure. With the rights, privileges of inherent that we have. So it's going to be no difference. You're going to be a CPA, you're going to be a CPA. It doesn't matter if it's the test that Eric took or you're taking this one. And saying here also, a discipline selected for the testing does not mean that you're limited to that practice. So if you take your discipline in tax, that doesn't mean that, you don't work in tax. You're still a CPA, but they just want to make sure you have a strong core for the test. There are websites you go to that does explain tests, especially if someone's got to start getting into that world. NJCPA.org has a website about becoming a CPA and a CPA evolution chart, and then you could also just go directly to www.evolutionofcpa.org. One thing also with the test, once you get the CPA test, doesn't stop from there. Every 3 years, especially in New Jersey, you still have to take, at least 20 credits a year in a triennial period, and it's got to be a total of 120 at the end of 3 years. Coming up December. And you always, every triennial, you have to make sure to take ethics, of course. Other than that, you probably want to focus around what your what you're working at right now. Yeah.
Those are the CPE credits, right?
Yeah, those are CPE credits. So, it could be anything from, and you can get them from, I don't want to say from anywhere, but a lot of places help you all. I work directly in paychecks for a lot of my clients. They'll offer CPAs classes. NJCPA offers a lot of classes. AICPA offers a lot of classes. And, you can focus on, for some of the work I do, I'm in a lot of residential and commercial real estate. So I would try to focus more on classes that help out my clients, or look at new tax laws, or look at what I have to focus on for auditing, reviews, and financial statement preparation, things like that. Eric might look at it's always changing every year, even in the middle of the year, tax laws. Any changes to possibly tax returns or 2026.
Bonus.
Yeah. twenty twenty-six, we might have a new tax law. Whoever's in office, determining what that is. So, we always have to, even though after you take the CPA test, always learning throughout the career. Definitely helps, definitely helps.
Speaking to Mike's point, right, about CPA, sometimes you can get your employers also pay for CPA.
Yeah.
So, they, as a CPA accounting firm, as a firm, you need to meet so many CPA requirements for the firm itself. So your employer sponsors those CPEs, like in my firm, we get, they're constantly getting people from outside, instructors from outside, there's an intern, they get CPA over there. And there are great providers where you can go online and get CPA. So like as Mike said, right, you have to go, and then if you want to move to a certain niche, like I've done courses in international taxation by just, doing additional CPE. So that was.
That's your choice. It's your choice. When you take classes, you do have to, for me, with a firm that's mostly focusing on audit, you have nonprofits, non associations, you do have to take those type of classes. But, I could look at risk or how IT affects accounting or there's so many different courses, and it just definitely helps you out. CPA has all these courses also.
Okay, so the next slide is how New Jersey CPA can help. There are three ways, and there are multiple ways that can help. They are always helping. So these are just the three, top of the list: CPA exam, career development, and scholarships. So I'll just, go with some of this stuff. We're hoping today that this presentation will help you to get to know the New Jersey CPA Society and the website also. So this presentation is gearing you towards that direction. So not only that, you get member discounts and students. I think their membership is free. You get discounts for some of the review courses like viewer, surgeon, and blind. I did blind for them. Blind,
yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking this one. And lots of information and practice questions are available. And many of the coordinators in the CPA Society, they're always available to answer calls. And sometimes it's kind of confusing. Oh, the NASDAQ website says something, but I'm not understanding what they mean from that. Okay, do I need to get the transcripts? I need to do this. How do I get NTS? And so, they're always available as far as the CPA exams concerned. They can help you understand it better, and then you can navigate the system with the NASCA and the paperwork together. So that will help. Other way the New Jersey CP can help is a career development. Actually, they have a career development fair, as well as they have a numerous number of opportunities for networking throughout the year. And I think they come on campus also some of the time. At least some of the what do you call it? They have I can say I volunteered a couple of months back at the FDU career fair where we had the New Jersey CPA desk, and I was there convincing students. Just hey, this is like you need to talk to somebody who's got a CPA. You don't have a CPA in your family, because in my family I didn't have anyone who was a CPA, so I can't. I was interning at the same time, so I was able to talk to people. So sometimes you don't know how to, so you can connect with New Jersey CPA. They help you with the career development. They give you your overview of what is available, all the options. And then the scholarships. The scholarships, they have scholarships that will help you to pay for some of your tuition, the junior, senior, or the fifth year school. So I think, so current students who are on the sophomore year, I think, and juniors and seniors can apply. And the application is open on the New Jersey CPA website. And, you can, there's a process to apply. I think you might take that next and that will tell you, okay, what you need to do. That way, you build your network, you build your relationships with people, and people know that it's serious about it. So those are the ways, like, New Jersey CPA can help. What I suggest is go on the website, navigate the website, see what there's, join some interest groups like state tax, federal tax, or audit, just to get a flavor of what kind of CPAs or what kind of conversations are going on over there. And you'll get to connect with people who are in public economy, you get a sense of how New Jersey CPA can help you to navigate, because it's going to be easy, but you'll get to it.
So let's talk more about that scholarship. So basically what you need to have an overall GPA of 3.2, get to write a 500-word essay, send in a copy of your resume, official transcript as of fall 2023, at least for this year that they're applying, fall 2023 semester. Due date to apply for the scholarship January 8th, 2024, so before the spring semester. Apply right on the NJCPA website. So njcpa.org/scholarships.
How many do you offer?
I'm just not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if there's actually a limit. Actually, they might not.
No, it's just that
Yeah.
some of them PCA
That's a
will
good
be
question.
Yeah.
from.
No, that's a good question. I'm not sure. Is there a limit?
Not that I'm aware of. So yeah, we can check and.
Because that's a nice scholarship.
Yeah.
PCAOB, we get two of the team.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't know what the limit is on
Yes,
this.
I'm not sure. I can look that up.
we can check that.
Yeah, so juniors and seniors, we get up to $6,500 dollars in scholarships. Sophomores get $2,000 in scholarships. I believe there's also, I'm not sure, I believe they also offer scholarships to high school students.
Yeah.
Really?
I think if there's a high school student that is, I think that there's, I saw it somewhere, but
Yeah.
there's a high school
Yeah,
student.
I think it's.
Yeah, here it is. NJCPA also gives out one-year scholarships to high school seniors. Yeah, so if there's any high school seniors that are interested in accounting, so I don't know if you guys know anyone.
Well, we have
that's in high school.
students who come and visit, that's interesting. for me
Yeah.
to know about.
Yeah, they do give out one-year scholarships to high school seniors. I'm not sure the exact amount of the scholarship. Maybe $1,000, but I'm not sure. And also, I'll look up to see scholarships they give out. I believe they have to be in New Jersey. Like, it has to be in New Jersey college. Can't be like New Jersey resident go to another college. It's got to be.
So you can be a student ambassador program, New Jersey CPA, this has the student ambassador program. Basically, you can be an ambassador for your college or your school. They have a unique program and leadership opportunities for college students like you. They select top student members of the New Jersey universities to educate fellow accounting students. And in this event today, is being held in coordination with BAPS and NJCPA. So Jack is the president of BAPS, right?
Yes.
And so we coordinated with Susan Dyer and Harris Navy, and they asked us to work. They send out emails to the CPA and say, can you volunteer? So it's like, two sides of the same, like, on one side, the students are coordinating with New Jersey CPA, and New Jersey CPA is coordinating with the CPAs. And we are all, like, we are standing here today as volunteers to, give you the knowledge of the active, we won't be able to give all the knowledge we have, but, give you a flavor of, what we've gone through, so what we've experienced, So as campus ambassador, some of your responsibilities, I'm just going to read this out because it makes no sense to do that way. As a student ambassador, your responsibilities include recruiting New Jersey CPA student members, reaching out to undecided students to promote CPA designation. Because some students might be on the fence, saying like, do I go in AI or do I go, something else, and which is like, more paying as of today. But whether there's going to be the long run stability. So then attending a career fair at college with a major CPA representative. So these are some of the responsibilities of student ambassador program, serving as a liaison with accounting clubs and the Beta Alpha Psi chapters, posting and distributing material to accounting students. These are some of the benefits that you could receive as a student member. And it always helps you because when you're a student member, when you graduate, you say, okay, I did all these things for the NJCPA, I was a student ambassador, and that helps promote yourself also. Helps others to know that you're serious in your career. So, yeah, this is a student member ambassador program.
I actually did just look up the scholarships. And at least for last year, it said the NJCPA scholarship fund supported more than 100 students for the past year. It doesn't say that it limits it at 100 students, but at least for the past year,
Wow.
it was more than 100 students that received it. Yeah. Oh, and the high school seniors, they get 15 scholarships to college bound. So college bound New Jersey high school seniors that have taken intending to major in accounting or aiming and concentrating in accounting. Deloitte also matches some things. So there's the minority scholarship programs also matches as well. So it's a decent amount of scholarship money out there with the NJCPA. Definitely, I wish I found it actually. It definitely would have helped.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I was a student member of the NJCPA. It's something to tell you, okay, this is a real.
So I think that's the end of our presentation. So
Well, we have people online, I know who are trying to ask questions, and there are a few students, so.
There's a question, John.
yeah, and then last slide, sorry, we just skipped over real quick. You do get a free student membership in college with the NJCPA, which could definitely help you out. Discussing with actual real world CPAs. And look, you will learn a lot in class. Like I said, teachers are great here, professors, they definitely help me get my CPA. But sometimes you do need that real world knowledge also that definitely help out. Maybe you need something, say you're studying for a final midterm or something, you just can't figure it out. Go right on NJCPA and there's so many message boards with the NJCPA that CPAs are always talking to each other because someone might be more of an expert in this, that another person might just came across their desk, and we're always helping each other. More than that.
For example, within the tax we have different questions coming up. Because someone might be looking at it from one perspective, and what is that? So that helps a lot. Yeah. Instead, you are both for anyone what's interested. Signing up as a member.
So, questions? How will we hear you?
As I'm going to ask you, you just raise your hand. I'll call on you. Can people hear me? Ricky, can you hear me?
How many students do you have?
Yeah, we can hear.
So I'm looking for some questions from Ricky, Kevin. We have 3 students online. Ricky, Kevin, and Joe.
Yeah, I can start it off. So first of all, guys, thank you so much for coming today to speak with us. Your advice is greatly valued, and both of you have so much experience, which is awesome for us to hear from you. So with that being said, what has been maybe the most valuable thing you guys have learned from being a CPA, and what special opportunities has it unlocked for you in both your professional careers?
Yeah, what's the thing I learned? The first thing I learned is CPA is a trusted advisor. You gotta be ethical in whatever you do. If you are ethical, people will respect you. You give them the trusted advice, people will trust you even more because they know that you're the right person to go to. They'll come back again. The fee won't be an issue because people know, okay, I'm going to this person, he's going to give me the right advice, and the fee becomes secondary. So first thing would be trusted advice, and the second would be the ethical liability. And then coming to the opportunities are tremendous. If I understood the question right, what are the opportunities, right? Okay. The opportunities are tremendous. It just depends which vertical you want to follow. I started off in audit, but then I soon realized that I didn't want to be in audit completely. I said tax was, my niche, and I like that. And slowly, I started getting more involved in tax and tax management. Right? So each day is an opportunity in the sense that okay, you're going to learn something new each day, and over the span of a year, you're going to sit back and say, okay, what did I learn? You'll soon realize, okay, that this is the tax law, this is what it says, this is what I learned, this is how I'm going to implement. And so I think each day is an opportunity, and just the opportunity to give back to your clients and small businesses to mid-sized businesses. There's most of America is like, small businesses, mid-sized businesses. And then you have the corporates on the outside, but the other people you're going to meet every day. And that's where the opportunity is. And I think my job is giving that opportunity to meet other business people and like-minded people, and some of my clients have become my friends today because just the relationship, right? At the end of the day, that's the biggest opportunity.
Yeah, just to add on to that, going to the second part of that question, the opportunities that, the amount of people that you meet, the amount of people that have, just through accounting that have become personal friends. Look, I'll tell you some fun things that happen being an accountant is, you get invited almost anywhere. Now, I mean, I was, like I stated before about golf, I don't know if anyone's interested in golf. I got to go play Multistraw earlier this year just because I was the accountant for someone at ADP. There's all these other, financial advisors from Morgan Stanley and Merrill Lynch and everything. And there's Michael Whitney from his 5-person firm in Denver. There's a few professional PGA golfers there, everything like that, playing with us. It's some of the things that you get to get included in as an accountant because so many people trust you. Sometimes they trust you too much. They tell me more stuff than what they actually tell their doctors. But because of that trust, and if you're ethical, if people trust you, you're good at your job, everything like that, just opportunities, possibilities are endless. And look, if I didn't want to start my own company like I did 5 years ago, the amount of job offers I received from clients to come become CFO, COO, anything. That's one of the biggest opportunities. That's the first part of the question. It's one about the opportunities.
First part was like,
yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm trying to see if Joe or Kevin have something.
I'll ask a question. First of all, thank you guys for coming out to speak to us. My question would be, as a senior, I know you guys mentioned the new CPA exam. If you were a senior like right now, when would you plan to take the test?
yeah, that's fine.
So-
I'm not to come listen to
So I did something different. I actually, even though I got my 5-year degree here, I had my 150 credits. I actually waited a few years before I actually took the CPA exam. If I could do it over again, I would probably take it right out of college. Because as soon as you finish your 150 credit, well, you need 120 credits to actually sit for it, but you need 150 credits to finally call the CPA. So you can pass the test, but you have to have 150. So you take your 120 credits, sit for it. When you come right out of college, you have those classes, you're ready for it. I would do it probably right after you graduate. I waited a few years because I was like, oh, I want to take a break from, homework, studying, things like that. So after 3 years, you know, you do lose a little bit of it. I had to take some of the Becker courses, which definitely helped out also, just to do a refresher. But you know, I could have had my CPA 3 years earlier than what I did. But I would say right out of college, probably that's that.
For me, I did it like I got my master's and I worked on simultaneously. So while I was doing my master's, I worked on my CPA. But I would advise definitely like once you meet your 120 hours, I would say definitely start giving it because once you get your 120 hours, once you graduate with your accounting or bachelor's degree, right? Then you go into the work field, and then your time is going to be blocked going to work. You might not get sufficient time to study.
Yeah.
So that is a window. And also if you also when you decide to work in a public accounting, the workload is much lighter as a first year staff, as an entry level staff, on first year, second year. And that's the opportunity to pass the exam because I noticed like some of my coworkers like as you progress, then you have more responsibilities, and then you get less time to study for the CPA exam. So at the end of the day, some of them have passed one part of the exam, then they lost it because they didn't meet the window. So I would say do it as soon as possible while it's still fresh in your mind.
And also, you could get hired by some firms that will actually, they hire you right out of college, they'll give you the first maybe like 6 months, 9 months maybe, to, you're actually like employees of them, but they'll let you stay home and study. Try to get it done as quick as possible, and you'll get a bonus after.
Yes, yeah, many CPA firms do offer a bonus, and some of them also pay for some of the fees.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
The fees depends on which firm to firm. So
yeah, the fees for the test are pretty expensive. So.
And you get the experience, right? At the end of the day, you need the 1 year experience to your license. So the experience counts. It doesn't have to be like I don't believe it has to be after passing the exam.
No.
You can get the license in public accounting as long as you meet those criteria. So certain percentage of time in audit, certain in tax. So that will help you to get exposure soon and have the availability and you can have your own personal social life.
Not have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. That would be my take. Attitude again.
Thank you.
Kevin, do you have any questions?
Not at this time. I appreciate you guys coming and sharing your insights.
Well, I have a couple of questions. So, first of all, what do you think about the 30 credits being delivered by professional firms outside of the university? Because I know New Jersey is starting that as a trial program. Do you have any comments on it?
Yeah. Look, I would say, as I mentioned this multiple times, doing the 150 credits here definitely helped me out. But at the same time, while I was getting the 150 credits here, I was already working at my first public firm for my senior and that 5th year for the master's. So I did get a lot of hands-on work and help definitely help out with my classes. I almost feel like they kind of work hand in hand because going out in the field, I definitely actually doing the work hands on definitely helped me pick it up a lot quicker than studying, but at the same time being in class and learning all of the concepts before I got into the workforce definitely helped out a lot. So honestly, I feel like they almost work hand in hand. And look, with the 30, like it says, those extra 30 credits could be anything. As long as you have those core credits, you get country line dancing, and that counts towards the 150 if you really want to. So, you know, in going to a class, say like FDU, you'd be more well-rounded with those certain credits. But if you go to a company, you know, they might want to focus you, hey, you're only going to work on audit. So we want your 30 credits just strictly in audit. We're going to teach you the audit. So it kind of depends, honestly. But I feel like they do work hand in hand.
How about the difference between A and G type licenses? Have you had any concern about, I mean, it's really not an issue in New Jersey, but reciprocity with other states, like California is starting to enforce this.
I haven't had a problem yet, honestly. A lot of the states that we work with, even though we're a small firm, we have a lot of clients all across the U.S. We have a lot of clients in Florida, a lot of clients in Texas, a lot of clients out in, we do have California, Hawaii, things like that. We haven't had an issue. What it used to be, or as of right now, it still is, you know, it's not like lawyers where, you know, if you.
No, there's reciprocity.
Yeah,
no, I understand there's reciprocity. But California is now scrutinizing your experience to see if you have 500 hours in actual attestation, not just working under CPA, which is what New Jersey requires. So you're required to do a year or 1,000 hours.
Yeah.
But in California now, we're coming to law, they require, they'll say, all right, 1,000 hours, we recognize you as a CPA, but unless it was 500 hours in attestation, you don't have an audit license. Okay.
Michael answer in the New Jersey.
It hasn't been, I'm just.
I understand. I understand because I'm going to take it past the CPA exam and go on to the CPE credits. We do get scrutinized. We go through something called peer review also because we do audits and attestation and everything. And we do have to have those CPE credits or hours, whatever you want to call them, in that specific field. So if I'm auditing a condo association, there's not really like, there's not anything that says you need to have 20 credits in it. But, you know, it does kind of make sense if, you know, someone wants to practice audit, and the person has never done any audit work or audit hours, it kind of doesn't make sense.
Do you worry about reciprocity being challenged? I mean, it's so recent.
Right now, I don't believe so. Just because, you know, the U.S. accounting laws, at least for financial presentation, is under U.S. GAAP.
But that doesn't do anything about reciprocity.
No,
just
no,
but you know, at the end of the day, like.
Because they just got it in 2014.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really recent.
A financial statement is a financial statement all across the U.S. I understand the, you know, of course, sales tax is different all over the U.S. There's a few different state tax laws, but at least from the work that I'm in,
I guess
I'm
just worried about, we used to have states who tried to make it difficult for people from other states to come in. Hawaii and Florida are notorious for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
saying. We have a lot of clients in Florida with our you know,
Florida got rid of the law rule in 2018.
Yeah. No, I remember at my previous firm before I started this firm in Memphis, because we were performing PCAOB audits, public audits in Florida, where one of the partners actually had to have a Florida CPA license, so we could prepare the financial statements for them. And I believe there was another one we had to do in Texas. And I think the only thing you really have to do to get the Florida license, you didn't even have to take tests. You had to take some class or something. I think it was like sit down almost 8-hour class. I feel like just because there's such a shortage of CPAs right now, I don't think it's going to be so much of an issue as of now, because they are trying everything they can to get CPAs. That's why they're upping it from 18 months to 30 months. Yeah. Like honestly, not gonna lie, I didn't know they got it until 30 months until I got this report.
I called and I called and just okay. I spoke to us. It's 30 months now.
It's the AICPA and NASPA. I think agreed a year and a half ago, and now each
So that's only New Jersey.
No. Each state gets a
Oh, they did it
choice.
now?
It's each
Oh, okay.
state gets to choose.
Yeah.
So Jersey jumped very quickly.
Yeah.
That's good, and that's good, because at least we have CPAs in the pipeline for New Jersey.
And I love a lot of people that are becoming CPAs if you work at CPA firm, like right out of college. I mean, the amount of law firms probably same with you. Like I said, I was in college and I already had a public firm asking me to come work for them just because I was in accounting. But like I said, the shortage of CPAs right now, I think they're even talking about it making the CPA exam easier, but I think they kind of rushed that to the side. There's a shortage.
Thank you, and thank you for entertaining all my questions. Adam, what are you going into tax or audit?
I don't like the tax questions.
They're already doing clients audit.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, I know. Over the summer, I had like this one really bad client. Like, my manager was talking to me. It's like I was my first day in the office after like orientation was done. And, like we talked, and he was like, he just didn't like it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No.
then you have like some fun ones too.
You do, but it's definitely some of the audits. It's usually you're talking about this before. It's usually your smaller clients that are more pain butt. And you know, if you're performing an audit for them, there's certain programs that you have to follow. Which I guess if you work at a firm, you kind of know the audit programs and everything.
Yeah.
So these are specific programs that the AICPA and you know, public audit, PCA would be having up to make sure that these financial statements will be reliable, especially PCAOB, because public firms and like individuals that are investing in it, they don't have another Enron or and that we want to now FTX, they want another FTX. And you know, clients sometimes don't understand that look, we have to follow this or else we get in trouble. They don't get in trouble. They're a non-public company, it doesn't matter. I get in trouble because I didn't do the correct work, and you know, how can this be relied on? Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hopefully,
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
hopefully you guys learned some things about the NJCPA and our exciting presentation we had on accounting.
Very nice presentation.
Thank you.